What's up guys, hope your day is going well. So after many requests, both public and private, today's video is going to be a full tutorial of the Helium10 suite of tools. Now you guys see me reference this tool in almost every one of my videos, and there's a good reason for that. The reason is, this is my favorite software for selling on Amazon for any level seller, right? Whether you're a beginner, or intermediate, or advanced, I believe this is probably the best toolkit you can have by your side to help you in your business. Full disclosure, I just want to get this off my chest right at the beginning. There will be affiliate links to Helium10 in the description, but that being said, this video is not going to be a big Helium10 promotional video. I'm just going to be showing you every single tool within the suite, how I use it, how you can use it for your own benefit, and you can make an educated decision at the end of the day whether you think this tool would help you in your business, take you to the next level. So I hope that is fair enough. Alright, so here we are at the dashboard of Helium10, and as you can see, there are literally 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 different tools within one tool. So you get 12 tools within this same one software, pretty much everything you need under one roof. That's why one reason why I like it so much is because, you can get all these different softwares separate with other softwares out there, but you have to have 5 different subscriptions, different logins, all that kind of stuff. And that's just, I'm a simple person. I like to keep things simple, and this allows me to do that. So let's just start from the top and work our way down. So number one, this is a great tool called the black box. This is Helium10's product research tool. Think of it kind of like Viral Launch's tool and like Jungle Scout's tool. Very comparable tools. They all pretty much do the same stuff, and I just like this tool because, like I said, everything's under one roof. I find Helium10's tools to be extremely accurate in comparison to those other two. Not saying those other two are bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I am just used to Helium10. I prefer it, and that is that. So I've detailed in several videos exactly how I use the black box to find products. I'm not really going to be doing that in today's video because I've already done that in so many other videos. I'll try to link some of those in the description. You pick a category, beauty, and you just mark off some different data points here of what you're looking for. You can go to advanced filters. We'll go 5,000, let's say, to 10,000. Price, let's go $15 to 30, and review count, let's go minimum of 100, max of 500. And again, I have many videos detailing how to do this. We'll go advanced fulfillment, we want FBA. Alright, so here is the list of products that have come up, guys, with the criteria that I filled in up here, and we'll just take a quick look. The first thing I like to do is come over here to the filters where it says default right there, and I like to sort it by highest to lowest in terms of revenue. Alright, so as you can see, we have the filter on right here, revenue high to low, and you can sort by whatever filter you want, but for my own head and how it works, I just like to look at it this way, from the best selling all the way down. So it gives you everything you need to know about the product, right? The price, the monthly sales in terms of units that it makes, the monthly revenue, the BSR, and the reviews. And we can actually click this little 3 dots right here underneath at the actions column, and you can either add this to your list if you find it interesting, you want to save it for later, or you can click this link and it'll go right to the Amazon listing page itself. So there you have it right there. You can even download all this as a CSV right here if you want to have it on your computer. And this is how I do my product research. Another amazing extension that Helium10 has is called the X-ray extension, the X-ray Chrome extension. And in the real world, I actually tend to use that more than the black box. But so what that is let's say you come to Amazon and you type in face cream. I will now do the Helium10 Chrome extension because it's so fast and it's so amazing. You click it right here and you go X-ray Amazon product research, and look what it does, right? So it has all the information you need. It has the exact search volume for this keyword that I typed in, which is face cream, which is 15,447 a month, and we just have to let it load and do its thing for a second to give us the rest of the data. Okay, so pretty much within the click of one mouse button, we have uncovered every single vital piece of information that you would ever want to know about face creams on Amazon. And again, what I like to do is sort by revenue first. So these are all the important key factors that I look for when I'm sourcing new products on Amazon. I look at how much revenue the average products are doing per month. I look at the BSR. I look at the selling price, the average price. I look at the reviews. I look at who is selling the product. Is it FBA? Is it AMZ? We don't want AMZ, right? I always teach we want as few of the AMZs as possible because we don't really want to compete against Amazon head to head or big brands that use Amazon to ship and sell their products. We want to compete against FBA, and obviously face cream is super saturated and I would never source a face cream, and I don't think you should either. But it gives you all the brand names. You can check if this product is brand dominated. You want as many different brands as possible. And if you want to check out the products themselves, you can just click on the ASINs and they'll go straight to the Amazon listing, which is really handy. You can check out if they have good images. You can check out how good their title, their bullets, their description is. If you uncover a hidden gem and you're like, all right, everything is a go, all these numbers work out for me, I like the revenue, I like the selling price, I like the profit margin, the FBA fees aren't too high right here, the reviews I can work with, they don't have like 6,000 reviews a piece. If everything checks out, and usually the one more thing you want to check is number one, the trends. Number two, you want to click on the actual ASIN numbers and check out their listings to see if how you can really differentiate your product from the best sellers at that point. That's kind of like the last step in the process that I would do for product selection. As well as Helium10 also has another tool that we'll get into where you can check out the trends. But another free tool where you can check out trends is on Google Trends. But the only reason that I would trust Helium10's Trends tool probably over Google Trends is the fact that, Google Trends is referring to Google, which has a lot of parallels to Amazon, of course, but it's not Amazon and it is different. So I would trust the Trendster tool from Helium10 to really dial in the trend and the seasonality of a certain product, and we'll cover that in a second. And again, you guys know a big thing I look for when sourcing products is I want this revenue to be good all the way down this list. And you see this? See how much depth there is? So you can literally be like the 20th, the 25th, the 30th best seller of a given product, and you're still going to be having the potential to make 5 or 10K a month. We can realistically envision a world where we can do that, right? We can achieve that. I don't pay too much attention to the success score. It might be something I may be doing more in the future, but I've never really found it to be just really meaningful, and maybe I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, let me know below in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on the success score, but it's never been a big factor of mine. And moving on to the next tool, and the next tool perfectly coincides with our training, and that is the Trendster. So we can enter ASINs here, and we can check out their seasonality. And what do you say we just take this product right here and we take the ASIN number. Since we have an ASIN, I'm just going to leave these keywords blank. If you didn't know a particular product, you could type in like dog leash or face cream or anything like that and do it. And I like to leave it at 1 year. And I'm just going to hit Start Trendster. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, on and on. This is the selling price right here to see if this person has changed their price during any time of the year for some odd reason, and their sales rank fluctuating right here. And these dips could be a multitude of things. It could be running out of stock. It could be who knows. But as you can see, this product pretty much follows an ebb and flow. It doesn't really have any distinct pattern. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, which is essentially kind of stable because it has no real distinct seasonality. And we can double check this if we just come over and open up another tab and go to Google Trends. It's kind of a random product, so it's hair curl spray. And if we go 12 months here, we can see that there is no distinct pattern in terms of, February, June, September. It's just kind of, right down the middle all the way throughout the year. So this product we can determine is not really seasonal. Now, let's take an extreme example so we can see the difference. Okay, let's delete the ASIN now and let's type in winter gloves. All right, men's ski gloves. Let's take the ASIN number on this one. All right, so here we go. As you can see, this is massively seasonal, and we can double check it in Google Trends, winter gloves. And yes, so February, June, past 12 months. Sometimes I like to go 5 years. And, here is the seasonality of this product. So it peaks up here in the winter months, November here, and it's way down here, June, July, May. These are the summer months. So this is a great example of a seasonal product. To be honest with you, actually, wow, I didn't even realize that Helium10 had the Google Trends plugged into the tool as well. That's pretty handy. I honestly did not even realize that. So you don't even need to do this. Key information to know when you're doing product research. So let's move on to the next tool. All right, the magnet tool. Now this is my favorite tool for keyword research. This is, I believe, one of the best tools within Helium10, and this is what I do for all of my keyword research, determining giveaways, all that kind of stuff. And what we can do is basically just type in any keyword phrase right here. I'm just going to keep on the same theme and type in winter gloves, and I'm going to show you then how to sort it. Alright, so here is the results for winter gloves. The very first thing that I like to do, as I do in all of my teachings and videos and inside of my course as well, is come over to the search volume, click that, and we want to sort it in descending order from highest to lowest. And the next step is just X out all of the keywords that don't apply to the product and don't make sense. So we can either X them out individually like this, like water, or face mask, because remember, we're just wanting winter gloves related keywords. So none of these, ski gloves, winter gloves for men, these are good. But if we really wanted to get hyper focused, let's say, we can just take our keyword here that we want and do this. So show phrases that only contain winter gloves. Let's do that. Okay, now we have a hyper focused set of keywords, and these only contain the phrase winter gloves. So winter gloves for men, women, men's winter gloves. So these are all the money keywords that we would want to use for our products, and we can use these for determining launching sponsored ads campaigns. We can use these for a variety of things, obviously weaving these into your listing copywriting to make sure Amazon is indexing you for all these keywords. Many applications that we need to use for these keywords. While I'm at it, why don't I just now highlight this column right here. Formula that Helium10 has provided, where they say if you give away 952 units of your winter gloves targeting this particular keyword over 8 days, then you will get ranked on the first page for that. That's very, very good information to know. It's definitely a good marker, an indication of demand, of competition, and it helps you just plan and figure out what is right for you. Is this product going to be feasible for me to launch? For most of you, and I completely understand, this would be a little bit outrageous for you to have to give away 1,000 units. That's a big investment. That's probably at the end of the day going to be a 5-figure investment, and that's a lot of money. So we would maybe want to come down here and find one of these low competition keywords that I always point out in my videos to go ahead and target, where you only have to give away much less. Anything that basically fits in your budget. And if nothing fits in your budget or is interesting to you, then, well, that's a good sign that we want to move on to another product. And again, you can use all these filters right here to sort this exactly how you want to see it. I just always like to have the search volume view. So as you can see, these are extremely competitive products. 100,000 is a lot. All right, so moving on, the Cerebro tool. Number 4 tool in the suite. This is where we can find amazing information, and in fact, I covered this tool pretty extensively in my last video where I show you this new launch technique that I've devised on how to go out there and launch your products using the Cerebro tool. And this is a reverse ASIN lookup. We can basically reverse engineer our competitors, all the data from our competitors, to basically help us in our process with our product, which is extremely valuable. So I highly urge you to watch that video that I did yesterday with the Cerebro tool. So moving on to Frankenstein. As you guys know, and maybe you don't know this, Amazon really only cares about single words in your listing. When it comes to your listing, and when it comes to putting keywords in your listing to get indexed, the actual phrase doesn't really matter. It's all about the single words. So winter gloves, it doesn't really matter if those two things are together. As far as indexation, all that matters is if you have the word winter and you have the word gloves at somewhere within your listing. So what we do is basically copy and paste all of our keywords in here. Let's say that you got from that magnet list back here where we did the winter gloves, and we copy and paste all these in here. Alright, so I have copied all those winter glove related keywords that we found out for that product, and what I'm going to do now is paste them here. It's a ton of words, I know, but look, so we have almost 108,000 characters and over 17,000 total words. But remember, this is the beginning stage that we want to do for when we're making our product listing and doing our keyword research. And how are we going to condense this down into all the single words? So we just want all the single words for our listings with no repeats, because remember, there is no benefit to actually duplicating or repeating your keywords either. So we want single words without duplicates. So we want to add one word phrase per line. We want to remove duplicates. I like to protect numbers in case there's a number in there. And this is about all I do. And then I hit process. Actually, you don't even need to because it does it already. But so look, it has now given us our full list of single words to include in our listing, and with no duplicates, everything like that. We're down to from 107 characters, 107,000 characters down to 7,800, 17,000 words down to 1,300 words. So within an instant we did this. Imagine how long it would take you to do this if you wanted to do it manually. So the next step in this whole process, and this is how I use Helium10, would be to copy this list, and you definitely want to save it in a spreadsheet somewhere. We go to the next tool, which is Scribbles, and this is where you want to be making your product listings. So what we want to do is we want to copy and we want to put all of our single words. So we have all of our single words right here. Is when you use one of those words, it crosses it out so you know that you included it. So now we have 100% clarity, 100% certainty that when we're making our listing, when we're writing our title, bullets, and description, that we can know for a fact that we're including all of our most important words, and we don't have to duplicate them because we already know that they're included. This is extremely efficient. This is a really just amazing way to make your product listings, to just have certainty and not have anything left up to chance. You know, look, thin, men, women. See how it just crossed it out, and it actually puts a little 1 there to let you know if we do women again, then now we have it twice. Now there's nothing wrong with duplicating. I mean, you're going to be duplicating just naturally, because it makes sense when you're writing your listing. But I just want to show you that it, there is no benefit in terms of like ranking or SEO to duplication. So that is how you do that. And the Scribbles tool is amazing because you can write your title. It has the bytes and character counter all already built in, so you can stay within your category limits. With the bullet points, it's the same thing. It already has the limits. You can actually even insert emojis. You can do anything you want. And they even have the subject matter here, which is not really that important. Here's your product description where that would go. And here is your back-end search terms where those would go. And as you guys know, this is really important in terms of the byte limit or bits. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. But you guys know that if you have to stay under this 250 mark if you want Amazon to actually index you for all of these back-end search terms. If you go over 250, they are not going to index you for any of them. So really handy just to have that built into this tool, Index Checker. So the Index Checker is extremely handy, and this is the tool that you'd want to use after you make your product listing to make sure that you are actually indexing for all of the keywords that we included while we made our listing using Scribbles. So what we want to do, come over here, find our winter gloves, and let's just say for example purposes, this is our product for today, and I'm going to plug in the ASIN. And as far as the keywords go, I'm just going to plug in all the same keywords that we put into Scribbles for making our listing and see where we stand. Alright guys, so I have the single words and I have our product right here, and now we're going to see how many we're actually indexing for. Alright, so finished, all keywords checked. Let's take a look at the results. The main thing we want to do is the traditional index. Just keep that is the most important. The check mark is a good thing, obviously, and this, we would basically, guys, in the real world, we'd want to take all these right here with the dashes, then weave those into our listing somewhere, whether it be the title, bullets, description, or backend. And if you already have those in one of those 4 places, and you're still not indexed, which will happen for a couple of keywords just for no explanation, then you can, let's say, move one of the keywords from your title to your bullets, move one of the keywords from your bullets to your title or the description, and just shuffle them around a little bit, wait a little bit, like an hour or so, come back here to the indexation tool and run this test again, and oftentimes you'll see the nice little check mark. And this is just something you have to keep tinkering with, and you just want to make sure you're getting indexed for as many of these keywords as humanly possible. And you know for a fact when you run the test using the indexation tool. That's why this tool is extremely important for you, especially after you create your product listing, to just double check and make sure, that you are indexing for all those keywords. Moving on here to the keyword tracker, and this is just as it sounds, guys. I'm not going to actually click on the keyword tracker tool because it will reveal a bunch of products that I'm selling, but it is what it is. There's no real training I can do on this. All you do basically is you plug in your product to this tool, and you plug in all the important keywords that you want to be tracking in terms of your rankings, and this will track them for you on a daily basis. It updates every 3 or 4 hours, gives you all the live update information. You need this tool. You need a keyword tracking tool, regardless if it's Helium10 or any other, if you really want to know where you stand in your Amazon business. And otherwise you're just flying blind and you have no idea what you should focus on in terms of ranking, what keywords you want to go after to increase your business. You need to know that information if you're serious about this business. Highly recommend the keyword tracker tool, obviously. Alerts, this one is pretty cool. So Alerts is a product hijacking monitor, and it'll let you know as soon as a new seller has entered onto your listing. It'll let you know of anything weird going on within your listing. And again, this tool has been very helpful for me over the years. Occasionally you get a hijacker entering on. I know immediately. I can send that person an email immediately telling them to get off, and boom, the problem gets solved just like that. So otherwise, you would have to check that manually every single day, and that's a headache. So moving down the list, the inventory protector, that is just how it sounds. It says coupon abuse prevention. So this is where you can basically set the max order quantity limits within Helium10, and it'll translate over into Amazon. So when you're running a product launch or any sort of deep promotional discount campaign, you want to set your max order quantity to 1, because you don't want a person applying an 80% off coupon to their entire order, which can include 500 units, and they could liquidate your stock in an instant. You definitely want to do that. You can do that from here. You can do that within Amazon itself, but it's just something you want to keep in mind. You want to limit that to 1, and you can do that right here on Helium10. This next tool is pretty cool. It's pretty unique. It's called Refund Genie. So over the course of time, as you increase your volume of selling on Amazon, they miss things along the way. It's not a perfect science, okay? Meaning that they might charge you wrongfully for an FBA fee, a reimbursement, a shipment, this, that, and the other. This tool keeps track of all that, of the money that Amazon owes you. Okay, Amazon definitely owes you some money if you are doing any sort of volume, and this tool will get all that data for you, tell you how much they owe you, and actually give you the reports to send into Amazon themselves to get that money back. And yes, it works. I have gotten money back. I have gotten a good amount of money back, actually. In fact, if I click this, I'm curious. All right, so look, this is pretty cool, right? So previous Amazon reimbursements over the 18 months, so $1,500. So I was able to get $1,500 back from Amazon that they wrongfully charged me. And Amazon right now may owe me up to $74.97. So again, that's free money, guys. This right here pays for an entire year's of Helium10 subscription by itself. Otherwise, you would have never seen that money in your account ever. No brainer. You definitely want to take advantage and just keep monitoring this stuff right here with the Refund Genie. Amazing tool. Misspellinator. Okay, this is an awesome tool. This is where you can uncover all of the misspellings for your keywords that Amazon does not autocorrect for. So let me show you an example. So I just copy and pasted a few of those keywords about our winter gloves, and we're going to hit prepare. And I'm just going to go ahead and select all, and then find misspellings right here. So this is a method that I teach guys within my course and on YouTube itself. And you always want to find the most common misspellings for your top keywords that Amazon does not autocorrect for. And what you want to do with those is throw them in the back end search terms field of your listing as to index for them, because people actually do type them in commonly. And you can be one of the few people among your competitors that are actually going to show up for those terms because you have them indexed. So wintry with a Y. See this Amazon autocorrects? No, these are the ones we want. We want the ones with the check marks. Winter with a TH? No. Men's without an apostrophe? Women's? Women? And again, not all of them are going to make sense. Pick out the ones that make sense. No, no, no. These are all good. Child's, children's. What you want to do is copy these and paste these into your back end. How else would you know this information? Now, there are other tools, misspelling tools that can do this. But once again, as we're wrapping up this video, How nice is it to literally have every single thing under one roof? For organization, for simplicity, that's what I like. And I didn't even really realize these tools kind of go in order actually of like what your process would be in the real world. So you would start up top with a black box to find your product. You would figure out the seasonality with the Trendster. You do the keyword research with the magnet. You'd look up all your competitors with the Cerebro. You then, once you have your keywords, you do your keyword research and all that stuff. You would condense all your keywords using the Frankenstein to only get those single words. You then make your listing with the scribbles. After you make your listing, you see how many of those words you're indexing for. And if you are missing a few, then you go back and change a few things. You then launch your product, you rank your product, and we keep track of those rankings with a keyword tracker. We then constantly will have monitoring on our product listings in terms of hijackers to make sure that we're going to stay clear of those people. We can protect our inventory, we can get reimbursements from Amazon, and we can get all of our misspellings that Amazon doesn't autocorrect for us. So, I don't really know what else more you want within this tool. And not to mention, they now have this thing that they just implemented recently called Profits, where you can basically track all of your profits and losses within your Amazon account. So ad spend, product, cost of goods sold, every single thing. So you can keep tabs in an easier way, because it's kind of a pain to do that on Amazon itself. That's a mouthful, that's a long video, but literally every tool you would need, all housed under one roof. That's why I love it. That's why, honestly, I think it's a no-brainer. If you're actually serious about this business, then I don't think there's a better tool that you could purchase. That being said, it is kind of pricey because you get a ton of value out of it. You get what you pay for. But getting to how you can buy this tool if you're interested. So in the description of this video, I'm going to have 2 separate coupon codes, and you guys can do whatever makes the most sense for you. There will be a 10% off code for life, and that is just the way it sounds. You're going to get 10% off whatever plan you choose for life. Those would be for the people who are in this game for the long haul. Or if you just want to try this tool out, you're not even sure about the Amazon business yet, you just want to find products and see all this cool stuff you can do within Helium10, then there is a 50% off coupon for the first month only. And then after that, there's no discount. So you make the decision that is right for you and your business. I'll have both coupon codes. On many of the other videos, I go into more depth on these individual tools. I couldn't do that in this video because I'd be here for 3 hours, but I show you all sorts of cool techniques, cool tricks, cool hacks in other videos, in regards to just the individual tools themselves. I'll try to remember to link those in the description if you guys want to check those out as well. So have a great day. I hope you guys found this video useful. I hope if this makes sense for you, you take the plunge and get yourself on board with Helium10.